Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Welcome in.
What are you doing? I'm not. Oh, I forgot to do this right here. They're hearing it, but we're
Oh.
not.
Oh. I was like, we're live.
Yeah, we are live. Miami Heat can't be beat. Miami. Oh, there it is. Now they can hear it.
No.
It's my
No, they just had us vibing here. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Good morning. Welcome in. On this Heat Jersey Thursday, it is your hosts, Rip Camelucci, co-host, producer Mike Napolitano for a little Ultimate Autographs,
Pain.
live break room, little UA in the AM, little ripping and sipping, a little waking and breaking, wakey, eggs and breaky. Welcome on in. Thank y'all so much for coming in across, it looks like only just Facebook and YouTube right now. Hopefully Twitch is going. I know I got that notification, but welcome on in here on a beautiful Thursday morning, April 17th. Yeah, we are good to go on Twitch. That's great to hear. Mikey, baby, good morning. How's it going?
Can't we have just one good team in Chicago?
Look, man, I was pulling for y'all. I wanted it to happen.
I know, that was kind of weird that you were.
Because here's the thing, man. The Luka trade was a smokescreen for every other insane bad decision to happen or bad series of events to happen in the league this year.
Yeah.
I would love to know if there's another season in any sport where so many decision makers just collectively lost their dang minds.
It's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
like as a Heat fan, I just wanted to put this season in the rear view. I just wanted to move forward, and it just won't die. The season just won't die for us. And now we got to play a Hawks game that's already got Trae Young out the door. Anyway, hey, it's not about me and my misfortune of winning. It's about y'all and the joy and elation of winning in our spectacular breaks here at Ultimate Autographs, and that's what we're going to do.
The Bulls are frauds.
What did you say before the show?
I said, I don't know if I would call, what did Ricky call them? Ricky called them
Trash.
Oh, he said Kobe White is trash. I said, I don't know if I'd say trash, but I'd say frauds. They lose to the Heat 3 years in a row in the play-in games. I mean, come on.
That's a tough. This was the year to not do that.
As soon as the Heat scored, I think it was they were sitting at 91. they scored. They had a 2-pointer that made it 93, and I said that's it because the Bulls in previous games they can't get more than 91 points against the Heat in the play-in games. Sure enough, what did they finish with? 90.
Yeah.
But I said I'd wear a timely jersey today, and that's why I wore Fallout Boys, because I just got to interview Fallout Boys Pete Wentz at that Chicago Fire Inter Miami game.
That's
on
right.
Sunday,
That's right. So that is
Pete,
a
I hope
dope
you're in
jersey.
our break room.
Come on, Mr. Wentz, get on in these breaks.
Honestly.
Before we get up in any of these breaks, let's go ahead and take care of some housekeeping, such as our dice roll to let us know how many times we will be randomizing for our divisions. We need 6 or higher. 6 or higher, that's a 5. There we go. 10. Boom. Nice round 10 on the dice roll. So let's go ahead and update that. No, get that out of here. Let me find my dice roll here. 10. Bing, bang, bop. There's our 10. And let's go ahead and play it right down the middle. Let's figure out what our chase wheel spin is going to be. You know, why call it a chase wheel spin if you're not going to spin that wheel? So we got our 7 series here today. We got an absolutely full, bursting at the seams, can't miss 1 and 4 black and blue series. And it's going to be our jerseys, which is...
there we go.
We're rounding out our jerseys.
It's Thirsty Jersey Thursday. So.
And it is Thirsty Jersey Thursday. So actually what we'll do is we'll go ahead and make the jerseys and the 1 and 4. 1 to go in the diamond and the vault. Thank you, Moses. I'll go ahead and make the executive decision to make the jerseys and the 1 and 4. Let's blow it out. Our chase wheel spin.
Moses out here doing my job for me.
I know, right? The last couple days, he's just been on top of stuff. Derek Kissinger, let's go Diamond.
There we go.
And 1 and 4. Dope. Yeah, let me do a little doop, doop. Great. There we go. Those are our chases, are the jerseys and the 1 and 4. So, yeah, let's go and take a look at what everyone's hooting and hollering about this morning. Might get shot out of a cannon for the 3rd day in a row, which no complaining here. We are 1 left in the vault. The vault is still very juicy with speed flexes still available, such as the San Francisco 49ers, George Kittle, one of the best tight ends of his generation, and this Joe Theismann on the old school Washington Chrome, 2-tone, speed flex. We got plenty of inscriptions there. He's got the whole dang book written on this helmet. So that is a beaut for one of the best Washington quarterbacks of all time. And we are
Closed in the Diamonds single box break number 2.
So here we go. Derek Kissinger in the Diamond single. So this is what we're looking for. He's looking for Lions. As far as our headliners go, not so many Lions, but NFC North pretty represented here. You got Brett Favre on the Rave Speed Flex. You got AFC East TJ Watt, AFC North, excuse me, on the Lunar. Micah Parsons on the Authentic. We still have this Larry Fitzgerald on the 2-tone Hydro Bird Gang Flex. That other George Kittle still available, and the Mike Evans. So that's a preview of what we're going to be looking for in the Diamonds. That is ready to go. So let's just go ahead and get to business. My business.
I'm just dragging it over.
There we go.
There we go. And today's the 17th.
Yes, it is. I know. Where has this year gone?
Yeah, April's just flying by.
So, if you are in that single break, Michael Convey, TJ Anzalone, Timothy Sievert, William Hawkins, Moses Cohen, Derek Kissinger, or Sean Cummings, please hit me with a box number or wheel. Thank you, Moses, with the coming in just before Derek with number 20 on the ticker, for the Diamonds. So I'll get that taken care of, squared away on the ticker while Mike goes and grabs me number 20 for the diamonds. And let's go ahead and get to our... Why is that not coming up and showing? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're all up. So let's go ahead and get our names in there, figure out our divisions. We are randomizing 10 times. 10 times. We're in the double digits for our randomizations here. And boy, oh boy, I've been using random.org for a long time. And bless them, they haven't changed a dang thing UX-wise or design-wise. So here we go. We have our divisions all set. Moses Cohen up in the NFC North. Michael Convey, NFC South. Moses Cohen again, NFC East. TJ Anzalone in the NFC West. AFC North, Timothy Sievert. AFC South, Derek Kissinger. AFC East, Sean Cummings. And the AFC West, William Hawkins. There we go. Jason Odinson asking if he's still in the 1 and 4. Quite
Yes,
possibly.
he
There
is.
you go. Confirmation out the gate. Box 20 in the diamonds of the single. First box of the day. Let's get shot out like we're a bunch of human cannonballs. Let's go. Let's go. Love that we're attacking these diamonds out the gate. A lot of great stuff in the diamonds. Well, as I always say, no duds in the diamonds. So let's go ahead and prove me right. Good morning, Hamblin. What's up, gents? All right, let me get some bona fides up here.
Looks like we also closed out that vault. So we will have a vault. I believe that is the double box break. Yeah, double box break right after.
Love to hear it. So let me just see something here. Excellent. Well, on the Lunar Cowboys lid, this is a beautiful full-size authentic. Herschel Walker for the Dallas Cowboys. Herschel Walker, University of Georgia icon. Herschel Walker on the Dallas Cowboys. Beautiful, clean, lunar
Very
Dallas
nice.
Cowboys lid. So that in the NFC East going to Moses Cohen. Congratulations there. Hitting Herschel Walker, 2-time Pro Bowler in the NFC East. There you go. Great
Very
job.
nice.
With that Cowboys blue signature on there.
That's from the Ann Moore section. I mean, that's
That
a deep
is.
Ann Moore section. Herschel Walker, a great player.
All right. Congrats. There, Moses starting today off with a dub.
And guys, everything is back up on the break page for you. We started out with a dub here, and we're going to get to that double box in the vault right after.
Beautiful. Let me write this up. Let me not forget that whole part of the job. Yeah, there. Sorry, Moses. And see you were going for that Brett Favre on the Rave Speed Flex. Boy, oh boy, it is a beaut. It's going to be a good time when that comes out. So, you know, if at first you do not succeed, though you did succeed to some degree here, dust yourself off and try again. Thank you, Aaliyah, R.I.P. Herschel Walker. Texas Ranger. That is technically the Walker Texas Ranger helmet right there. There we go. On to the next. No time for our sparkling banter so far today, Mike. It's all business. It's all breaks. So there we go. There we go. And you said it was the vault double that closed?
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh, let me, I don't know if I got that in there for you. I'm jumping the gun. Where are we at here? That's a quad. There we go. All right. that should be Vault Double Box Break number 1. That should be ready for you now.
Sweet. All right, how we all doing this morning? It seems like we got a feeding frenzy here of breaks, buying into spots. We're already off to our first vault of the day in the double. So please drop me 2 boxes in the vault for the double. We got our ticker going along the bottom here. Timothy Sievert, Michael Convey, TJ Anzalone, Daniel Baldino, Timothy Sievert, Ryan McCall, Ty Percival, James Hamlin. Thank you so much. Jay Hammy wanted to ramble on down to that wheel 2 times. So let me navigate on to our vault wheel. Looking for out of 30. Bing, bang, bop, boom, bing, bang, bop. Let's go ahead and spin that sucker. See what we got for our first box. Looks like it's going to be number 23, which we have. 23, which we have. And second one will be J August. FYI, I'm in Twitch. Haven't seen a request for boxes yet. Yeah, let me refresh our restream here. There we go. It looks like we are now connected. Apologies, J August. Looks like we were having some technical difficulties with our third-party chat aggregator, I guess you would call it. Whatever it is that brings all of our platforms into one. It seems as though that was good news. It wasn't in a break yet, so there you go, J August.
There we go.
And you know what? Stay out of breaks, J August, because you're retired, my friend. I'm gonna keep you to it. I'm gonna keep you honest. I don't want to see a single name of yours in these breaks, Jeff.
I was putting away boxes from yesterday's show, and I saw something
Naughty.
won by J August on the shelves over there.
Oh, Jeffrey. Some of you might call false start. Well, the second box number on the wheel is 10. So 23 and 10 were the calls there. 23 and 10 for the vault double. And while Mike goes and grabs those boxes for us, let's go ahead and get these names and sort these divisions. 10 times on the randomizer, 10 times on the randomizer. No, Eric, the Keekly did not get pulled. There are 2 headliners left in the minis and 4 boxes. So, you know, 2 mini breaks, and that Keekly will get pulled. So, you know, if you just want to run the numbers on that, knock yourself out. 5 times, 6 times. We're looking for 10 times on the randomizer. 10 times. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. We got Ty Percival in that NFC North spot, followed by Ryan McCall in the NFC South. NFC East, TJ Anzalone. NFC West, James Hamlin. AFC North, Timothy Sievert. Pardon me. AFC South, Timothy Sievert as well. AFC East, Daniel Baldino. And AFC West, Michael Convey. Ooh, a Baldino. All right, here we go. First of the double, box 10. Good luck, everybody. First in the vault, we also have our $200 vault key still available, and 2 of our $100 vault keys still avail. So, good luck, everybody. Good luck as we hit our first. All right. This is going to be the face of resilience and comeback player of the year for years to come, Damar Hamlin on the clean, full-size Buffalo Bills Authentic. That's going to be Daniel Baldino. Baldino in the AFC East. Congratulations there, Daniel Baldino, on not just, persevering everything, all the health complications that Damar Hamlin that were well covered, but also turned out to be quite the good player as well.
Yeah.
So ain't that, don't we love a good player with a good story?
Very nice. Yeah, you saw he did win comeback player of the year, but then, he's throwing his head right into, he was throwing his chest right into
throwing his head into Damar
yeah.
Hamlin's chest.
Yeah.
Like a ding dong.
Let's not do that, guys, But, yeah, heck of a hit right there. See, the vault
There we
Should
go.
have a lot of love.
There are riches in the vault. Already got a trade request going on. So some wheeling and dealing there. And we'll let DeMar hang out on the table for a little bit. We'll see how the rest of the day shakes out. But I'll let DeMar hang out here for a little bit. And then box 23 of the vault. Here we go. Let's go. Number 2 of the double. So if you're not getting what you want out of here, who are we chasing, by the way, today? Who are we all looking for? I know there's a particular name in the can't miss black and blue 1 and 4.
Yes,
that ain't
sir.
too shabby. We got a vault key.
Ooh.
Right out the gate here. So let's see who will be asking for that vault key letter. So it feels like we got a nice full-size rep here. And hey, we've had this name recently. Let me just there we go. Yeah, that's right. Boom. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. On this old school LA Rams, Jackie Slater, 2001 Hall of Fame, 7-time Pro Bowl at the offensive lineman position. Absolutely fantastic right here. Or no, sorry, defensive lineman. Sorry, excuse me. Pardon me. Defensive lineman for the LA Rams here, Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowler, Jackie Slater. So that's going to go here for the LA Rams to the NFC West. There we go. Ramblin' Hamblin'. Hammy, what vault key do we want? We got B, C, and E still available. B, C, and E, Hammy. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, we still have the $200 gift card remaining and then 2 $100 gift cards.
Of course, as you can see on most of our helmets, we have the Beckett certification on the back with the B, Vault Key B. I really wish we would put the Vault Keys in like real official looking manila envelopes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like make it look like a government document or something. It just seems silly to have just a single piece of paper in a big old box like that.
Yeah,
But that's
fair.
just me. What do I know?
Add to the suspense.
It's still suspenseful.
Yeah.
It's just a silly, you know, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy. I'm just a breaker. It's just me. I'm just a breaker. I'll go grab that.
Well, oh, which one did he say? I'm
Vault
sorry.
Key B.
Oh, gotcha. All right,
Where's our?
we are up to date. They're at the very end. Let's see where we're at here.
All right, Vault Key B here for Ramblin' Hamlin. And we are netting Great Call Hamlin, $200 on the Vault Key, 200 bones. An ultimate autographed gift card for James Ramblin' Hamlin. Yeet!
Very nice.
I'm gonna keep throwing these dumb empty boxes if y'all don't do my manila envelope idea. That's my cause.
Very nice. We still have. Oh no, we pulled the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're caught up.
There we go, James. There's that gift card sent over to
Sweet.
you.
Oh, great job, everybody. We are off to a rip-roaring start here in the break room here. Ultimate Autographs live break room. You know what it is, baby. And just want to double check, sound off. If you're watching across Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, seem to be a little bit glitchy this morning. I guess the old data servers ain't had their wake-up juice yet. But yeah, let us know that all avenues and all of our platforms are indeed broadcasting out across the internet airwaves, or I guess through the pipes as it would be. But yeah, thank you all so much for rising and shining with us here early in the day. So many great things to be had. Let's go on get it. Such as, it's one of my favorite series in the break room that we get. It's the Can't Miss 1 and 4. It's a Can't Miss 1 and 4. It's called Can't Miss for a reason, and this one is absolutely loaded. Of course, it's WrestleMania season here, so you can get the Hogan auto on the authentic Hulkamania t-shirt right there. You can rip it at your own discretion. We got the Greek Freak Giannis Antetokounmpo on the Bucks jersey there. NBA playoffs getting kicked off this weekend. So bing, bang, boom. Go ahead and get that. Also, it is, thank you, Google. It is International Bat Appreciation Day.
Bat is in the animal or bat is in the baseball
Here's
bat?
the thing. I don't care, because for our purposes, we got a couple great bats right here of one absolute legend of the game and one of the best mashers of all time. I'll still never get over how he would just bat with no batting gloves, just barehanded.
yeah.
Vladimir Guerrero Sr., an absolute icon of the Expos and the Angels. We also have Ellie De La Cruz here on the bat. This dude's just going to have one of the biggest, brightest futures in all of baseball. Second or third year for Cincinnati? Second, I think.
This will be his third, I believe.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, because last year was not his rookie year.
Get you some Ellie, and that's a great way to do it right there. Moises asking what is left in the diamonds. Well, we didn't hit any headliners in that single, so it's going to be the Brett Favre Speed Flex, the Larry Fitzgerald Speed Flex, the Mike Evans Speed Flex, the George Kittle Speed Flex. Are you looking for some speed flexes? Jeez. The Micah Parsons authentic, the TJ Watt on the Lunar authentic, and the full-size Antonio Gates. We have a request as if the first mini is full. I'm not sure.
I don't
but
see
if it
any
is
minis
indeed, we will
being
get
full,
to work on that.
yeah, no, minis are not full.
Minis are not full, though I am sure they are close.
Minis are actually wide open. It's the jersey. I think maybe they were talking about the jersey. The jersey is closed.
Jersey is closed or close?
Closed.
Closed. All right. Derek, you have an idea for the UA After Dark shows when they start doing a mini helmet break series with all headliners on Eclipse helmets. They've definitely been cooking up some fun special stuff for the UA After Dark. So I won't go ahead and say if there's something along those lines, but I know that they are definitely kicking around a lot of ideas. No ideas are off the table. Off the table, boy, oh boy. I got no segue for that. I'm just going to go back into these helmets right here. We have Senior. There you go. Balmer just closed the jersey. How many boxes left in the diamonds? Should be, is that updated or?
Yes.
So 16 boxes left in the diamonds there, Moses. So yeah, we're gonna have that jersey in just a moment here. I just want to finish out this 1 and 4 mixer. You got the Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the Toronto Blue Jays helmet, which is beautiful, and then an all-time masher, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. One of my favorite players growing up, just because he was just so gigantic. Yeah, Frank Thomas. How could you not be a fan of that guy growing up? Also, here's a hockey player that full on, I know, anyone I know that's into hockey has gotten into hockey because of Jaromir Jagr. Yeah, that Jagr helmet. Yeah, we've been having requests for hockey helmets. Can't think of many more you'd want more than a Pittsburgh Penguins. Look at that official logo there. Hockey helmet.
Can I just have it? I want it.
Well, you legally cannot enter these breaks, Mike, so I am sorry. We got the GSP UFC glove, George St. Pierre, one of the best mixed martial artists of all time. Tiger Woods. We got Tiger up in here on an official Tiger Woods hat. That is absolutely sick.
That's
Tiger.
so timely because, it was Rory McIlroy that just won the Masters and he hit a grand slam. And who's another guy that is of that caliber? Tiger Woods.
TJ, yeah, the diamond single, we did pull that first of the day. The winner of that was Moses Cohen with the Herschel Walker authentic in the bonus bangers. Speaking of bangers, down low, Kevin Garnett, man, he was one of the best bangers in the league on the custom Boston basketball right there. One of my favorite personal players of all time, two-time MVP, Canada's own, and a big old soccer fan, Steve Nash on the ball. And then you got, here's what I'm talking about, that 06 Heat team. You got Dwayne Wade. I got his jersey on right now. You got Shaquille O'Neal. And for a bonus, you got Gary Payton the first on that. That is a delightful surprise on that one. So those are the basketballs. And then let me go ahead and get to these videos for the speed flexes. We got 4 absolutely gorgeous banging speed flexes here in the 1 and 4. Jamar Chase Chrome on the speed flex. This is cold as heck. You got the Tom Brady. Of course, we got Brady in the room right here on the Pewter Power Bucks, full-size authentic. Well, look at this. You got the Tampa Bay along the neckline here, the Tampa Bay skyline, it looks like. If it's not the skyline, I don't know what it is, but there's definitely a little accoutrement down there. Look at this. Devin Hester on the Trip Rip Hall of Fame, Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons speed flex. Best special teams player of all time. And maybe one of the best wide receivers of all time on the custom rip. Randy Moss, Viking speed flex. You got the Viking clips, Viking bumpers, color match, visor. Look at the little sparkles underneath on the rip of the Randy Moss. Absolutely beautiful piece of art right here for one of the best wide receivers the game has ever seen, Randy Randall Moss. But we have another break. We take no breaks here in the break room. All gas, all breaks. So let's go ahead and Mike, what is ready right now? Is it the jerseys or the min? Okay, because you got me the minis right here.
Do I?
Yes, on the tab.
Oh,
is
my
what I
bad.
see.
Hold on. Let me
But those
switch
are all
that.
still the same names in there.
Yeah, those are the names.
Okay.
I'm just gonna switch it to the jersey tab. There you go. I'll clear out the.
Please drop me one box number if you are Gianna, Jacob, Taylor, Derek, Gary, or Michael. Please drop me one box number or a wheel request. I know, Michael, you wanted the you didn't want to pick a number, so I don't know if you want a wheel or you just want someone else to pick a number. But of those names that I just requested, check out. We have our ticker on the bottom. There you go. Okay, we got a flurry of wheels coming in. I wasn't quite sure what angle was. I'm assuming it was just wheel typed.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Very good. All right, we'll get a wheel in there.
Oh, yes, says Gary. So to the wheel, we will spiel 1 through 30 for my jerseys. Number 3. We don't have 3. We have 2 and 4. So I will take it to the picker wheel. 2, 4. And I'll take this opportunity to remind everybody, it is, what do we got? 4. It is Thirsty Jersey Thursday. So you buy 5 spots in any breaks here on the break page, ultimateautographs.com. Add a 6th jersey spot break for absolutely free. We're giving out free laundry here today on the Ultimate Autograph stream. If you remember, you got to make sure 5 spots in any break. They could all be jersey breaks too. And add that 6th spot and it will be free. It's all got to be in the same order, same cart. We're going with, what did we say, box 4? Box 4 in the jerseys. Box 4. So let's go ahead and get our names figured out for the randomizer for our divisions. And welcome in also Jacob and Gianna. Welcome in. We're going to randomize 10 times for our divisions. Please, if you're watching, live, sound off. Let us know who you're hunting for, what your chase is, who you love to collect, who you are fans of, all that good stuff. All right, well, I tried. Card is in use?
No, I just can't get around the big lip.
Oh, the construction?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it. NFC North, as Mad Bomber was so gleefully able to tell us, finally got the NFC North. NFC South, Gary Marvin. NFC East, Jacob Cundiff, welcome in, Jacob. NFC West, Gianna Garcia, welcome in, Gianna. AFC North, anything with Lions, U of M, or Jerry Rice, Derek says. NFC North, Taylor Northcutt. AFC South, Gary Marvin. AFC East, Taylor Northcutt. And AFC West, Derek Kissinger. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what cloth we are getting today. Ooh. Okay. Let me contextualize. Hey, what's happening, Brad? What's up, Rippinator and Midwest Mike? The wife has me on a timeout for now, so just checking out the sweet pools, a little window shopping. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Brad Brainerd.
We don't mind that at
Nah,
all.
man. Stay up in the mix. You know, you don't want to go away and then come back and it's like, oh man, what if I? You don't have to. You don't want to have to play catch up. You know.
Right. It'll be
You
a
gotta
little bit
stay
of,
up in the mix. Anyway,
little bit
we
of
have
sensory.
here in the AFC West for the
Ooh.
Chiefs, a little championship laundry here, though not necessarily him. Running back Christian Okoye. Christian Okoye. We got the James Spence authentication here on the two-time Pro Bowl running back Christian Okoye. Two-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro team for the Chiefs. Christian Okoye. There you go. AFC West, Derek Kissinger. Welcome in, Jacob. Welcome in. Let us know. Let us get to know yourself a little bit more. Tell us about yourself. While, of course, Derek cleans up here. Let's see. Sorry, pal. Sorry. Now that I'm not in the AFC West when you pull it. All right. Well, there we go. We got a jersey. Jersey break done. Still all of our headliners left. Bruce Smith, Champ Bailey, Baker Mayfield. All still available in the jerseys. So go back in and attack those jerseys. Get what you're looking for in there. What else we got? Mike, you're looking at me in a certain way. Or you're looking this direction in a certain way.
No, I'm just admiring the jersey and yeah, I'm just taking it all in.
It's good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Great hit there, Derek. And again, can't stress this enough. It's Thirsty Jersey Thursday. It's why we're out here wearing our jerseys. I'm not wearing my signature, pattern button downs and whatnot. Greetings from Vegas. About to enjoy Mania Week. Oh, Brian, I am quite jealous, my friend. Quite jealous. I was just lamenting the other day with someone. I truly don't know when I'll financially be able to go to a WrestleMania ever again. Being priced out sure does. Sure is a bummer, but you know, you're still able to. I've still had plenty of fun Mania weekends just being in the city.
Yeah.
And there's so much that goes on just around that event, like not even WWE affiliated.
My buddy is going out there. I think he actually leaves today. He's going for WrestleMania, but he's also a hockey fan, and the Vegas Golden Knights are in the
there you go.
playoffs. I'm not sure how that's going to work, though, because, you know, the playoffs start Saturday, but WrestleMania probably has the stadium.
They have every venue locked up, I'll guarantee you.
Well, I mean, and they it's at T-Mobile, so
Right.
it's I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because the Vegas Golden Knights have home ice advantage, and the playoffs are supposed to start Saturday. So, do you delay the
Their
series?
game starts on Saturday?
Their game should, yeah. I mean, that's when the playoffs commence.
Well, it sounds
So-
like the city of Las Vegas and the T-Mobile Arena did not really play in this out too well.
Not too well. No. They should have seen that coming from a while ago because there wasn't a whole lot of change in the standings. But we'll see how it works. I mean, who knows? Maybe maybe WrestleMania gets that arena for, is it Saturday, Sunday, or is it Sunday, Monday?
Dog, I'm telling you right now, they have T-Mobile Arena probably what's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
They're probably building the set today. They'll have SmackDown there tomorrow. Saturday, they're going to have, during the day, I think it's at like 10 a.m., they're going to have NXT Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
I think it helps because they're having a lot of things like the Hall of Fame at like the Fontainebleau.
Okay.
Yeah, they're spreading out around Las Vegas for sure, but yeah, I know they are going to be using Saturday, Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. So
not going to Mania itself, going to see a couple indie shows and spoil the nephew with autographs at the FanFest show. Brian, dude, that's the way to do it. That's how I did Mania. That's how we did Mania before it was 2 days. We did Mania that way in 2019 in New York. Well, we did go to Jersey for the Blackcraft Wrestling show, which was true lunacy and bonkers, and maybe one of the worst wrestling shows of all time that I absolutely loved. Oh yeah, that's right. We should probably get up in our Slack, huh?
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I haven't
Just in
signed into
case.
mine either.
But
Just a dereliction of duty. But yeah, man,
that'll be interesting.
Oh God, I love WrestleMania weekend. It's so fun. I miss being out of the loop. Haven't started the job, put me behind on on the comings and goings in the wrestling world. I will be producing my first Saturday 6 o'clock show this upcoming Saturday, so I'll have WrestleMania going on my phone, night one.
Are you with Joe?
Yep.
All right.
It'll be
You
my
get to
first
meet
time
Joe.
meeting Joe.
Yeah, Joe's a great guy.
So I hear. I hope just for me, he's just like a big old jerk, just to me. Just for a bit, you know? And then the next show, he's like, hey, just kidding, I'm cool. Awesome. All righty.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
There's no shortage of indie shows going around that time. Yeah, Brian, you're going to have a great time. It's at Raider Stadium. Well, Mania itself is at Raider Stadium, but yeah, there's definitely going to be all the other ancillary. You were driving. The signature on the jersey win, that was Christian Okoye on the
Yeah.
Chiefs there, Derek.
I will say we have 2 spots taken up in the minis now. We have 1 spot taken in that jersey break that I just reopened. We have 1 spot taken in the Hail Mary Diamonds double box number 2. So a lot of these are wide open, guys. That means 7 or 6 spots to go. We also have Jason Odens, as he was asking earlier. He's got that 1 spot in the can't miss. So that means there's 3 spots there. It's almost close to going. We also have 1 spot taken in the single half and half. That goes to Heath Hobler.
right.
So, I mean, moving all across the board, guys, I would jump in now. Let us know, you know, if you were one of those people I just rattled off that bought into something, let us know what you need to get moving. And don't let us know, actually, because it's actually right in front of my screen right here. Let the fans out here, let the break room chat know what you're in so that we can get those breaks done faster.
And also shout out to everyone that was in that last jersey break. You are now entered. It is guaranteed. We will have a Chase wheel spin to close out our show. So congratulations for getting up into that. Great chance to double up your odds and, you know, get free breaks and stuff like that between Thirsty Jersey Thursday and our Chase wheel spin. So attack that. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of us. You know, not in any sort of a malicious way, any sort of bad way, but in the way that we are offering to you. Let's go ahead and take this opportunity. What headliners are left in the vault and diamonds Ronnie Sayers looking for? Well, what an opportunity to do a little top to bottom action right here. I've gone over the 1 and 4. And you know, the 1 and 4 is absolutely loaded. No need to go all through it again, but I just want to go ahead and have it up here to remind everybody of the absolute just hot fire that is up here. 4 speed flexes, the Devin Hester craziness over here, Jamar Chase on the Chrome speed flex. You got the Randy Moss custom speed flex and this Tom Brady kind of city edition with some, I think it's a skyline on the bottom. We just got to see it to believe it. Plus all sorts of other great stuff, including in our secondary headliners, Jerry Rice, Jordan Love, Kyle Tucker, Steve Carlton, Alonzo Mourning, Dr. J, Julius Irving, Dominic Hasek, and Peter Forsberg, all in the unphotoed. section. So again, the can't miss is called can't miss for a reason. What are we talking about here? Let's see, the half and half. We still have the half and half up and available. Real quick in here, the Aikman, Irvin, Smith, triple signed Dallas Lunar still available, as well as this Eric Dickerson Speed Flex Rave is also available. So that is the half and half. What do we have left in that? Yeah. So get up in the half and half. We have our practice squad here. Practice squad. A lot of great stuff in here, such as this Sauce Gardner, Ahmad Sauce Gardner on the saucy Jet Speed Flex. That looks absolutely beautiful. Jason Witten, I believe that might be a rookie. It's definitely his Bowman on the slab autograph. Roger Staubach on the authentic. Where'd he go? There he is up there. On the authentic Cowboys. Eddie George on the authentic Rave Titans helmet. And Jared Allen on that satin purple matte finish Vikings. Now on to, we were asked about the vault and the diamonds. So sorry to keep you waiting, Ronnie Sayer, but here's the vault. Here is the vault. What do we have left in the vault? We've already hit a double. No headliners came out of it, so you know that just sweetens the odds. We still have this George Kittle Speed Flex. We still have this Joe Theismann Washington throwback the two-toned chrome Speed Flex with his entire life story written on the top of it there in the color matching ink with the beautiful two-tone face mask and visor. That is still available in the vault. Go get that Washington legend, that DMV area legend. We also still have the New York Sack Exchange on the rep and the Deion Sanders beautiful Stark Flash on the rep as well. Coach Prime, Neon Deion, Prime Time, and unphotoed Kyron Williams still available in the vault, as well as 2 $100 vault keys. And in the diamonds, we've already had a single break this morning. Still have all the available headliners that were left at the start of the show. The Brett Favre Speed Flex still available. I mentioned the TJ Watt. That actually did get pulled. That's not still available. But Speed Flex, Speed Flex, Speed Flex. Brett Favre on the Speed Flex. George Kittle on the Speed Flex. Huh?
DJ Watt got pulled?
Yay. Wait, no. He is right there. Sorry. Pardon my views. It's just kind of out of order from the way they're listed on here. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, TJ Watt is still available, as well as that Micah Parsons, this George Kittle, Mike Evans on the Pewter Power Speed Flex. And gotta go to the video on this one. The Hydroflex two-tone, Larry Fitzgerald, Dude Never Signs, Bird Gang. Get it. Shocked it hasn't been chased down to oblivion. And we also still have Antonio Gates in the unphotoed headliners. So all that is still available. We got one spot bought into, and the 1 in 4 can't miss. Called that for a reason. Can't miss. Get on in there in our beautiful mixer series. A lot of great basketball heat for playoffs, WrestleMania heat in there. So get on in there. All 36 boxes available, 24 headliners available. Get it while it's good. Let's see, we had 5 spots in the jerseys, 4 spots now in the jerseys. So that laundry's moving here on Thirsty Jersey Thursday. The Bruce Smith, the Champ Bailey, and the Baker Mayfield are all still available. And in our minis, 5 spots remaining in the minis, 5 spots remaining in the minis. I know we had some clamoring for the minis earlier. 2 headliners left, 4 boxes, 2 mini breaks, and we are on to the next mini. We have still Marshall Faulk on that sweet modern age Rams helmet there, as well as the Luke Kuechly. We don't get the Kuechler in here too often. So Luke Kuechly on that Carolina Panthers mini. So that is our top to bottom rundown. T's to B's. How we feeling out there? What are we looking for? What are we chasing? What do we want to rally the troops around to get filled? Let us know. Talk to us. Tell us all your secrets. Let's get vulnerable. Let's get to know each other. I'm feeling always especially good after a Heat win. So, get me to open up a little bit. Who knows what'll happen?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Great. Mike, what are we looking for, man?
We are looking for another closed out break, which would involve either the minis, the jerseys
Yeah.
are both moving along pretty well.
Well, I mostly meant like what's available. What do you
right,
want to see, my friend?
the
What do you want to
classic
see?
question. What do I want to see?
With thine own eyes.
Well, this can't miss series is hot with, of course, there's a Tom Brady in there.
Of course.
There's Randy Moss on a speed flex.
Dare
and stuff
I
like
hit
that.
two
However,
Dare I rip open 2 Bradys in 1 week?
yeah, that could be possible. However,
However,
I am a hockey fan, so I want to see Dominic Hasek and Peter Forsberg, which are secondary
going to the
headliners,
unphotoed.
unphotoed, which means I don't know what they're on. Hasek, I would imagine it's a mask. It's a goalie mask. Peter Forsberg, would that be a helmet? Would that be a jersey?
Who knows? It could be a
don't
hockey
know.
glove.
I'm excited for both of those, and I'm a White Sox fan, so let's throw in a little Frank Thomas, why don't you? You know,
So you're just smuggling in a whole bunch of things.
I smuggled in. Yeah, overall, I want to see this can't miss series.
I mean, truly, I do not want to miss it with my eyes and my hands.
Yeah.
The Heat fan in me wants to hit the morning, wants to open up the morning, wants to open up the 06 Heat triple autographed. But if I'm keeping it a buck with you, Mike, it's down to 2 things for me. It's down to, in the diamonds, the Larry Fitzgerald Speed Flex. The fact that that's just been looming over the room for days.
Yeah.
Frankly, it's a shocker, especially with, dude, don't sign that often. So I want to see that Larry Fitzgerald, and I want to see that Tiger Woods hat, man, because
That's fair.
the Masters was so great this year. So the Masters was so much fun, great stories, the Rory
Yeah.
of it all, everyone gunning for him and everything. And it made me want to go back and watch old Tiger clips.
Oh, yeah,
ain't
yeah.
nothing like old Tiger clips, man. The crowds, the shots, the aura of Tiger. And yeah, the rarity with which we get Tiger Woods through the break room, especially since his autograph situation, I mean, a lot of guys' autograph situations getting a little bit more cleared up
Yeah.
or a little bit more murky, depending on how you want to view it. But, man, not gonna lie, got a text and it completely waylaid me here. What was I just saying, Mike?
You were talking about what you wanted to see. We passed over the Tiger clips.
Yes.
You want to go back and watch the Tiger clips. So I'm thinking you really want to see this Tiger Woods
I
come
really
out
want
of
to see
here.
this Tiger Woods.
So I mean, the Can't Miss is your favorite series.
Yeah,
So
well, it's famously your favorite series as well.
It is.
I believe I'm on record in future promotional materials as Diamonds being my favorite series.
Okay.
yeah.
I think we have Can't Miss as our favorite series for different reasons. Me, it's because it's the only place I see hockey in this break room.
Yeah.
For you, I think you just like the variety, and I'm.
It's the only place
That's
that I
my
can get.
secondary reason.
It's the only
So,
place I can get wrestling and pop culture.
That's true.
As well.
That's true. Yeah.
Until I start pushing some of my ideas through.
Always a good time when this is in the room because of that variety, like we were talking about. And speaking of variety, I talked about a
Yes.
couple of different breaks that you can jump in.
Yes.
The jerseys, after I mentioned those, have moved significantly on this
right.
Thirsty Jersey Thursday. We are 2 to go in this next jersey break.
Clothe
We'll be
us.
looking at another one.
Let's put some laundry on your back here. So let's work on those jerseys. Let's work on those minis as well, because I know we got some clamoring for the minis. Nice. We got off to a big start, opening a diamond box, opening a couple vault boxes. And it's perfectly natural to want to kind of cool it off a little bit. It's like making a playlist. You ever seen High Fidelity?
I don't think so.
Well, it's not to mention it's one of my favorite Chicago movies, and I'm not going to say it's one of the reasons I moved to Chicago, but yeah, it's like making a playlist. You want to start off hot, but you don't want to go too hot, so you got to cool it off a little bit. And that's, the jerseys, put on some nice, cool, mesh, breathable jerseys. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Sound off in the chat. Also, let us know what you're looking for, how your morning's going. I'll go ahead and remind you, I know we love our morning beverages, our coffees, our juices and whatnot, but don't forget to hydrate with some good old-fashioned water. Boy, oh boy, I've been on I'm on a mission to by the time I'm done with my amateur, semi-professional comedy career here in Chicago, I will have forced a team to be named Wooder. John Cusack and Jack Black's sort of first movie. Yeah, Jack Black was just kind of starting. That was like his first like big breakout role because he was in like Waterworld, he was in The Jackal, he was in Biodome, a bunch of like weird little cameos and stuff like that. And that was definitely his first like big breakout role for Jack Black.
Yeah.
Cusack, man, just Cusack being Cusack, you know, just more or less kind of like how Cusack is today, just being an old curmudgeon in Chicago, and I kind of love it. You know, a beautiful portrait of a Wicker Park that does not exist anymore. God, one of the best soundtracks of all time. Fantastic, fantastic movie. Boy, I love that movie. Yeah. So let's, you know, how we doing out there? Friends, if I have any friends, well, of course, we are broadcasting across all of our platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, go ahead and just click that little bell that you see on the screen there. Smash the bell. Ring the bell like you're leaving a Long John Silver's and you got good service. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. So that way you get us subscribed and you don't miss a single thing whenever we go live here from the break room. Rip sees his future in John Cusack. Thanks, Mike, here in the office. Man, yeah, it definitely helped me kind of put a lot of relationship in stuff in perspective, you know, and it's definitely one of those movies that like doesn't age better or worse. I feel like as not just like time goes on, but you know, you mature as an adult, as a human being.
Yeah.
It ages with you. Like you definitely see it differently. Like the older you get, it's just like, as an adult now, that is kind of childish behavior, stuff like that.
I will never
The old curmudgeon
never
in
stray
Chicago.
from childish behavior at times.
Well, it's Mike. You're gonna get so sick of me saying this. There's a Buffett line for everything, and in this case, there's a Buffett song for everything. I'm growing older, but not up, my friend.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Old curmudgeon in Chicago, Mike Martis said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. I was literally having my weekly conversation with my mother on the way home from work yesterday, and we were literally talking about all the chicken jockey nonsense for the Minecraft movie, and I just
what is that?
I caught myself sounding like such an old man, which I know you could see my grays, you know, up here and stuff like that.
But like they shouldn't be. I've seen like pictures and footage of like people like throwing popcorn all over the place.
It is so. It's one of those
Slurpee
things where it's like,
What?
on one hand, it's kind of cool because it's like their generation's Rocky Horror Picture Show, or like
But even Rocky Horror Picture Show didn't trash the theater.
it
did
kind
they?
of does. There
don't
are
remember
water
any of
guns
that.
in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
You do
okay,
throw
all right.
rice all over the theater in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Same thing with like The Room. You throw plastic spoons and stuff like that. But these little brats
Yeah.
are losing their minds. Like, it's one thing to kind of like lose your mind or whatever and go crazy
Clean it
whenever
up
Jack
after.
Black says chicken jockey. And even if you don't clean up after or whatever, it is what it is. Fine. Like, we all understand it. But when you're bringing in, and this could just be hyperbole, this could just be, you know, myth making. You know, all the reports of there being live chickens brought in.
That's insane.
I have seen videos of people like sitting on each other's shoulders. You know, I do think it definitely crosses a line.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're actually like, I don't know. If I'm a theater owner, I'm just definitely putting down Visqueen and plastic.
Right? Like
over
that's
the
what
whole
was what
thing.
my next thought would be.
I know they are darn young whippersnappers, Brad. They need to get off my lawn and my lawn. I'm sorry, but a friend of mine, Nicole, once said, "We come to this place for magic." Nicole Kidman said
Yeah,
that.
I know,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
That was that's always so funny okay, that circles back to Fall Out Boy, because didn't somebody in Fall Out Boy, oh no, they didn't date Nicole Kidman, but they when they were releasing their album, this most recent album that this jersey is from, they made a spoof of that Nicole Kidman
Did
video.
they?
Yeah, because it was. She was like, "We come to this place for magic," and then up on the screen is their one music video where they're like smashing guitars and stuff like that. So like, it's supposed to be the most like loving and peaceful and like
Yep.
theater-esque vibes, and then it's just them like singing "Heartbreak Feels So Good" on like a movie screen, just like in a rage room.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was a nice touch.
Mike saying movie theaters are the American bastion of true anarchy. I mean, look, I'm not opposed to getting rowdy for a screening. You know,
Hey, I was up and out of my seat for most of Avengers Endgame.
sure, yeah,
Granted,
everyone
we were
was.
in like the second to last row, so like.
But even then, like I remember, oh man.
But that was just cheering and clapping
Yeah,
and crying out of love and pain.
So just out of like pure coincidence, when we went to go see Avengers Endgame, another one of our big nerdy Marvel fans was like sitting ahead of us in the same theater, and when the thing happened, when he caught that hammer,
Yeah.
he just stood up and saluted, and the place went nuts.
Yeah.
And that also just happened to be the same night that my wife really kind of fell for me afterwards.
Oh.
We went after the movie to a place downtown, Timothy O'Toole's, which has a food challenge, like a 1 pound burger and a pound of Irish
I know,
nachos.
yeah.
And I housed those just because I was hungry.
All by
And-
yourself?
And yeah, all by myself.
No
And-
way.
And she tells me now that she was looking at me while I was doing that, just going like, wow.
She fell in love with the Hulk that night.
Yeah, man.
Because at the beginning, the scene where they're sitting there eating pancakes. You get
Yeah,
the
man.
Entire stack. There you are with the burger.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I realized after what I just said too was that I was up out of my chair the entire time, cheering, crying out of pain and joy. That's why I love Endgame and like Marvel, but it's also the same exact reason why I am a Chicago sports fan. That same reaction for both. Mostly the crying is pain.
Great
but
off
sometimes there's-
seasons.
yeah.
It's not
Oh
really
my God.
coming together on screen the way it used to.
Look at who we drafted. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be great. And then we missed the playoffs. Oh,
What was the?
pain.
What are the 6? What's the Marvel equivalent to the Bulls' 6 titles? Like, what are those stretches of movies?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I have to pick 6 movies?
I
Or
need
can
6. Yeah, I need.
6.
This may be a
Oh,
lot. This may be a whole show conversation
Yeah.
while you put them together. Feel free to like write them down. Think about this as long as you want. We have one spot left in the jersey. Who's going to
Yeah.
be that clothesline closer? This is an incredible question, and I need this to be really thought out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
feel
Give me a
free.
second.
You don't have to answer now.
Well, the one Venom movie was called The Last Dance.
No.
I'm
I'm
going MCU.
Yeah,
Marvel.
like I want it down to this scene right here. This fight scene is like the Jordan flu game, you know, like
Okay,
down
yeah.
to that. And I feel like I'm asking the right person.
I think I have to go with Endgame as the final with you know the
Yeah.
the just the run, the stretch that they had with the flu game and everything. Mm-hmm. But
Again,
I mean,
you don't have to do this all right now. If you want like some scrap paper, I could just go ahead and give
what
you some
I was gonna
paper.
say was I was gonna say the first three-peat was Infinity War. The second three-peat is Endgame, just because like when you put them all together, it's the 6
Yeah.
championships. It's one gigantic cinematic moment.
And
But you don't really
and
have
Ant-Man and the Wasp is
Ant-Man and the Wasp is his
minor
baseball
league.
tenure. Yeah. It was just kind of thrown in there. And he was left out in the Quantum Verse. Guys,
yeah.
am I supposed to be still playing baseball? Yeah. Can we get Jordan on a bat in here? That'd be insane.
Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be real dumb fun right there. I love that. I love the offbeat stuff, man, but you know that. All right. We got one left in that jersey here on Thirsty Jersey Thursday. Who's going to be our clothesline closer? I just came up with that one. And you know what? I like it. It's staying. We are halfway in the minis as well, and of course we have an endless bounty of other amazing things. It all depends on how big you're looking to go this morning. I know we got all sorts of stuff coming up. I know we got After Dark coming up soon. We're gonna have plenty of specials for that. A lot of stuff to be excited about, but you want to live in the here and now, you know. We all want to, you know, like we're, you know, for Marvel, man, they've been banking so much on, hey, we got this coming out, we got that coming out. Look at our calendar and stuff like that. But then, like, you know, then you end up sitting around waiting for a Blade movie that's never going to happen.
Right.
Live in the now, live in the current moment. Go and get. You know, I hear Daredevil was good.
It is so far.
It just had the finale, right?
No, I don't know if there's
I
supposed
think
to be.
the finale just hit
Was
this
it
week.
was it the 9th episode? Was the finale? I think
Yeah,
it's
I
supposed
think
to be 10. No,
all my fandom podcasts are
Okay.
reviewing the finale.
Well,
so
I haven't watched it.
I haven't
yet.
watched any, but I hear it's dope.
So no spoilers, please. I've watched up to episode 8, but man, if they're gonna cram, there's a lot of storylines that they need to wrap up into a 9th episode. I could have sworn there'd be a 10th, but then again, they are coming out with a Punisher special,
Yep.
and then they just announced that Daredevil, they would like to make season 2 next year, season 3 the following year, and so on and so forth until the quote was literally until infinity. So like it seems like they're going to be cranking out Daredevil series over and over and over. I don't know how that's going to work with like the MCU and the whatever direction they decide to go with it. I'm all for it. I love Daredevil, but like after a while, it's like how many stories of him can you tell?
Well, that just sounds like to me that they're just trying to reinvent television. Like that's
I'm
just
cool
a
with
TV
that.
show.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly.
it used to be a show would hit the air with no end game in sight. Pardon the use of the word end
Yeah.
game. But and then as long as it kept bringing in viewers and it kept making ad dollars, networks would be like, no, we need a 16th season of Grey's Anatomy's up to like 21 seasons now, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Oh
until
my
Lost
gosh.
that it was just like, this is unsustainable and we need to wrap it up.
As a Walking Dead fan, be careful with that.
Yeah.
Be careful with what you do. Because I will say, there are later seasons of that are underappreciated.
It came back around. I tapped back in after I
come
fell
back
off.
around.
Totally came back around. Also, like, casted some good people, too.
The issue with it was because of streaming, like so many people were
Yep.
just going to wait to binge watch it.
As me,
Because I
as
will
I did.
say it was probably so much better binge watching it than watching it week by week. Because week by week it felt slow. It was like, all right, we've drawn out every single storyline. When are we going to get to a conclusion here?
Some shows are naturally more inclined to be week to week for that great water cooler conversation, which
Yeah.
Walking Dead used to be.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
But then it kind of morphed into a show that's just a much better binge.
Same thing Floyd the Barber says with all the King Kong movies. You know what is drawn out, though, Rip? Is this next Jersey break. We're still at 1 to go.
Oh, you mean that everyone's really, really drawing it out? Everyone's really kind of eyeing each other, waiting to see who's going to be the last one. But
People were just so enthralled with our conversation.
I don't know, man.
here. They
Just
were
do
like,
it. Just hit up that Jersey break. Here, I'm just going to pop that in there just because it seems silly to have that hanging out with just one spot to go. Go ahead and use one of your free spots. Sprinkle around 5 spots in any other break and add that last slot in the Jersey break for your free spot on Thirsty Jersey Thursday. You don't need a promo code. You don't need
Right.
nothing like that.
Yeah, you just buy 5 into whatever. It could be 5 spots in the practice squad. It could be 1 spot in the practice squad, 1 spot in the diamonds, 2 spots in the vault, and 1 spot in the can't miss. It just has to be 5. Then you throw the jersey in there as your 6th
Mix and
spot.
match 'em, baby.
That'll be free. It has to be all in one order, though. So if you wanted to do 6 spots in the jersey, you can't right now. You'd have to wait until the next break. But you know how you don't have to wait as long? Is if you close out
just
the
do it.
current jersey spot. There's only 1 spot
Be
to
a
go.
hero.
And then we get to the next jersey break, and then you could use 5 spots in the jersey, get the 6th free. So you have 6 of the 8 spots going towards an incredible jersey win.
Be a Tyler hero. He was on fire last night,
yeah.
man. Oh my God.
He was.
I watched the first half of that game, and it was what it was, and it kind of got hard to watch. As much as I did want the Bulls to win that game, they were playing no defense down low. And at halftime, I just looked at my wife and said, "Hey, babe, the boys did us a favor. We can start Survivor at halftime." Which was
Yep,
fine. But
yep.
then, like halfway through Survivor, I got like 3 successive texts from my buddy Ozzy, who still lives down in Florida, also just giant Heat fan, about how like the Bulls are starting to make some shots. And I like
They
look
were,
at the
but,
score, and I'm
yeah.
just like, okay, no, it's fine. It
wasn't
I was like,
close.
you freaked me out for no reason there, pal.
I'm not going to be able to listen to Jack Harlow without inducing PTSD.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. You know, it's almost as if like every year the Bulls do this, just like Sid from Ice Age. They do this every year. Doesn't everybody love me? Why? Why?
Wow, Sid from Ice Age just entered the break room. What a
I love that clip. I love how they use it for all the teams that get memed every year, like the Toronto Maple Leafs. And also now I guess the Bulls. And also the Bears. Because every year the Bears, we're going to the playoffs this year. Look at the moves we made. We won the offseason. They do this every year. Why? Doesn't anybody love me?
Okay. So let's just go ahead and do this real quick. We are at just past the 10 o'clock hour, 10:10 a.m. here Central Standard Time. We have one spot left in that jersey break.
Yeah.
That is just absurd.
Close it out, guys.
We have incredible series up here. We got an absolutely loaded can't miss 1-4 mixer. Tiger Woods, Hulk Hogan, Tom Brady. Literally, these are GOATs in their respective fields.
Yeah.
So attack that. They are all there for you to be had. But yeah, we also have some amazing stuff in the diamonds. You know, we got a spot sold into for that. So for the double, diamonds still so loaded. A lot of great stuff. We can look at you want to okay, let's I'll give you a choice here. We can look in for some double up opportunities, or we can go over the hockey playoffs.
Let's look at some double up opportunities. Let's show them what's
I thought I
what's
was
available.
going to tempt you with that one.
No, I don't worry. We'll circle back to hockey. Don't you worry. But I'd like
Mike's
for
just
people
like,
to.
you're going to get sick of me talking
I
hockey
know.
the
I
next
know.
few months.
We were hot during the start, so I'd love for us to get a chance to
warm back up.
Let's
get
in
the-
here and show people what is available.
Let's
'Cause
win our friends back.
I'm surprised that this can't miss. Is still on the board here. I mean, I know we have plenty of names, and it's going to be on the board for the day.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised we haven't broken a box in that yet.
So here's
We've been
what's
hot
up
this morning.
with the 1-4. All right, it's not divisions; it is by sport.
Yes, sir.
So we have here, of course, you could be either for the divisions in the football division, the basketball division, the baseball division, or the everything else division, which is what Hogan and Tiger and Yager would fall under.
I just watched that clip of him the other night where, all the Bruins were asked, like, who was your favorite? Like, introduce yourself on Hockey Night in Canada or Hockey Night on NBC and say where you grew up and who was your favorite player that you watched growing up. And, they go down the line of all the Bruins players and they're saying, like, all the legends, all the greats and stuff like that. And then they get to Jaromir Jagr. And because he had played for so long, he goes, my name is Jaromir Jagr from Czechoslovakia. My favorite player growing up was Jaromir Jagr.
And he's not wrong. So if you get up in a quad in the can't miss, I know that's a bit of a hefty price point for here early in the morning. So you're wiping the sleep out of your eyes.
I'd do it.
But
I'd
I'd do it because if you get in the football spot, you could come away in the craziest of scenarios, quadrupling up the Randy Moss, the Tom Brady. Yeah, those two are familiar with each other. The Jamar Chase, the Devin Hester, not to be forgotten. Oh, Jerry Rice. Imagine getting a Tom Brady and a Jerry Rice
That's
up
kinda
in the
decent.
mix.
That's-
Jordan Love also could be added to that. If you get up in the basketball, not only could you double up or quad up on Kevin Garnett, 3 of those Heat 06 champions, Wade, Shaq, and Gary Payton, the glove. Steve Nash, 2-time MVP. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak MVP, basketball NBA champion. But you could also hit Zoe. You could hit Julius. There you go. Moses quadded up in the 1-4 just yesterday.
Yeah,
so
holy
it
cow.
is possible. Not just possible, it happened.
Well, you see, that's the beauty. One thing that I think gets overlooked in the 1-4 is you and I love it for all the variety that's in there, but you don't have to just win things by a division. You want that Tom Brady and the Randy Moss? You can win them both.
Yeah.
Same thing
It's
with
a great way to skirt the division.
yeah.
You're
You're not limited that way. You have the entire sport. Anything that comes out of that sport is going to you.
Yeah, and again, it's a can't miss. So like if you double up, if you quad up on certain things, like the and mores are gonna be bangers as well, along with whatever else you get. I mean, if you are into hockey, we get so many requests for hockey. This everything else section. It's hockey / other for a reason, because we have not just this Yager helmet. You got you got the Peyton Manning and the Jim Brown. So you doubled up in the football. That's 2 speed flexes. That's several $1,000s. That's like north of, and 2 Vic and a Cowboys helmet, man.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. That's coming away with so much value right there. And yeah, in the hockey, technically the other. So yeah, you can get the Hogan shirt. You can get the Tiger Woods hat. Man, imagine getting a Yager and a Tiger Woods.
You know what's hot right now? The Masters just wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
NHL playoffs is about to start. We just talked about the whole thing about Vegas because of the
Vic
fact
and the Cowboys. Sorry, the Vic and the Cowboys were unlisted.
Oh wow, are they really? Oh, and the
Well,
third
they were in the one yesterday.
The third thing I was going to bring up is WrestleMania is hot right now.
That's this weekend, baby. It's WrestleMania week.
You could win things from all 3 of those: the golf world, the hockey world, and the wrestling world in that break.
Yeah. Or if you want a Hogan autograph, you could just go down to Hogan's Beach in Clearwater, Florida, and absolutely overpay for very basic things.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy Mullet
as well
went down
win one
there,
here.
and he just couldn't get over what a ripoff that place was.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But yeah, what else? All right, let's go into. We still have our half and half going on. Not exactly any double up opportunities in there, except for doubling up on our 2 remaining headliners, which would be, speaking of Cowboys, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith. If you heard of football in the 90s, those were the ones. Oh, Jeff, did Moses steal your bat? That's crazy because you're retired. Get out of here. Come on. She doesn't want you here. And we have this Eric Dickerson on the Rave Speedflex Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler. I doubt WWE fans are very religious, but it was kind of stupid to schedule WrestleMania on Easter weekend.
Yeah, true. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have any set plans with my family for Easter. I will be here actually 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. running the 2 shows in the morning. However, then I'm gonna go and have some dinner with my family, and then the boys are talking about getting together. I'm not the biggest wrestling fan, but they're like, "Come on over, we're gonna have a watch party."
I mean, it's Mania. You gotta watch Mania.
I'm like, yeah, I'll come late, I guess. I mean, the diehards will be there at I wanted to say puck drop or kickoff, but like what
Bell
do you
time.
Bell time? Yeah, there you go. But yeah, having it on Easter is it's a little weird. But also having it right when the NHL playoffs start in Vegas, where the Vegas Golden Knights have home ice, is insane.
I was just listening to that very repetitive and bad interview that Nick Khan gave on the Bill Simmons podcast. But to that point, because WrestleMania used to be end of March, and then it kind of crept into April. But the reason why they moved it so late in April this year was to avoid for any Final Four action as well, which they used to be on the Final Four weekend.
I get that. That makes sense. Because then even if you're a diehard college fan, you have Final Four and then Frozen Four right after. So, I mean, there's a lot of college sports concluding. So
Jersey Slime is at WrestleMania 1. Don't need to go again. I guess, yeah, when you kind of are at the first one, you kind of...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who won that one? Who won the original?
That's an interesting question. Who really won it? So that was main evented by Mr. T and Hogan versus Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. Of course, T and Hogan won. The special referee enforcer was Muhammad Ali.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't think you need to go to another one then, Jersey Slime. Your bucket list has been fulfilled.
Liberace was
Holy
there.
Cow.
It was legit star-studded. Cyndi Lauper, of course, with the Wendy Richter and that other lady who I will not name. Yeah, man. Oh. You kind of saw everything you needed to see.
You had me sold then. All right.
It was a spectacle.
Other lady that you will not name?
Yeah, no, she did a lot of really bad things, and there's no reason to bring her up.
Oh, I don't even know. We'll have to talk after the show. I don't even know who you're talking about.
What do we got in the vault? Any double up opportunities in the vault still? Don't really think so, but there is some great stuff here.
Headliners, I don't know about that, but there could be something in the and more section.
Oh, well, the Witten slab and the Staubach helmet. You could double up on those for sure.
That'd be a nice double.
That'd be pretty sweet. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. The vault maybe should have a little bit more for us here. Yeah, you can double up with the Dion and the Joe Theismann. That wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's
NFC
Dion,
East. Is the jersey closed? That's a great question, Derek.
no, it is not.
It's still just got one spot left.
One spot to go.
Well, Derek, if you're asking that question, I think you know what you need to do.
yeah.
I'm not trying to peer pressure you into anything, but we all know why we're here.
I would close it.
That,
I believe
that Barkley is still available, so you could double up with either that Barkley in the Theismann, or the Barkley and the Dion in the NFC East. A lot of NFC East combinations to be had there in the vault. Let's go down.
Derek was in that first jersey break, but I don't see him in this second one. So maybe a little closer magic
There
for
you
you,
go.
Derek. Get you that jersey that you're searching for.
Let's see. Diamonds. What do we got in the diamonds? What could we do in the diamonds? Little
Oh,
NFC West with the Kittle and the Fitz are a nice double up, right? What's left in the practice squad, Josh Haynes? We were just in the practice squad, but we can head on back there real quick just to go over what we got. We're looking for double up opportunities, but let's just run through what we got in the practice squad. First and foremost, we have this beautiful Jets speed flex with that stark gangrene on the Ahmad Sauce Gardner helmet there. Beautiful piece. We have the Jason Witten slab. Looks like it seems to be his Bowman rookie that he autographed there on the slab. Authenticated, as all of our autographs are. We got the, the Jared Allen on the authentic satin purple matte finish there. Let's see. We got the Saquon. No, that's the vault. The Roger Staubach Hall of Fame inscription there on the Dallas authentic. We have the Eddie George. That's a beautiful Eddie George. We haven't talked about enough about that one. Heisman Trophy winner, one of the best legendary running backs in Titans history. Eddie George on the Rave full-size authentic. It's a beautiful piece to add to a collection. And the unlisted, we have Thurman Thomas, Bills legend Thurman Thomas in the practice squad. So, pardon me, we got plenty of spots in the practice squad. Get up in there, get that going, get the movement on that going, be the change you want to see in the break room, such as this one. It's like a hangnail. It's done. Okay, it's done.
It is
beautiful.
done. Yep.
I saw that roll over, and now we can get to what we do best.
yes, sir.
Yeah, the vault we went over, diamonds we went over. Yeah, let's get to it.
I like the sound of that.
Jersey closes. The jersey closed just as Derek was getting there. Looks like Stephanie beat you out there. So the new one is
open.
up.
Yep. So you can jump into jersey break number 5 for this series. However, think about this though. You could use your Thirsty Jersey
5 or 4?
Thursday
This is 4.
promotion. This is 4. Yeah. You could use your Thirsty Jersey Thursday promotion now and get yourself 6 spots in the jerseys. You could buy 5, get the 6th one free. Just make sure it is all in one order.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike. There you go. So, please, if you are Shay Owens, Eric Linnell, Ray Litz, Gary Marvin, George Williamson, or Stephanie Potwin, please either drop me a box number or a wheel request now. You have our numbers going across the ticker right now, crawling across. Looks like the jerseys will be coming up soon, but it doesn't matter as Gary, please call me Gary, called for the wheel. Gary loves that wheel. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. All right, let's spin that wheel. Where are my jerseys at? There they are. 9, box number 9 in the jerseys. We don't have 9. Closest we have is 6. Box number 6 in the jerseys. Let's go ahead and navigate to our randomizer and hit that 10 times to determine our divisions. 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Ray Litz, welcome in to the break room. How you doing, pal? Please let us know how you found us, how you're liking us, who you're chasing, who do you collect, who your teams are, all that good stuff. Let us know what are the haps. In the NFC North, we have Eric Linnell. NFC South, Shay Owens. Eric Linnell again in the NFC East. NFC West, George Williamson. AFC North and South, Gary Marvin. AFC East, Stephanie Potwin. And AFC West, rounding us out on his first time out, Ray Litz. Let's get going. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Back over here. There we go. Let's do it, everybody. Best of luck, all y'all. And yeah, Derek Kissinger, first one in the Jersey Break 5. So follow
Yes, sir.
Derek's lead. Oh, hell yeah. Mike, are you familiar with the touchdown celebration, the Dirty Bird?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Well, you're about to witness.
Who is it?
Just as James Spence witnessed this autograph, Jamal Anderson, the old standout running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Jamal Anderson hit him with the Dirty Bird if you got it. Went to the Super Bowl, man. This dude was the dude on that. That man. So the boy. That late 90s Falcons team had swagger, dude. That late 90s Falcons team was something to be held with the Dirty Bird.
The Dirty Bird?
It's the Dirty
It's
Bird,
the Dirty
baby.
Bird.
Jamal Anderson, man. He was that dude. NFC South, Shay Owens. That is, that's a little blast from the past there. Jamal Anderson. Love seeing that. Congrats on that NFC South hit. That gave me flashbacks to that old Super Bowl. Congrats there on that hit, Shay. A beautiful old school Falcons jersey, too. Love it. Sick, Shay says. That is sick. That's some good stuff right there, man. I hope Jamal Anderson still never has to pay for a meal in the city of Atlanta.
Yeah, no kidding. Very nice hit right there, guys. And as we were saying, the next jersey break is opened up. Derek has already bought into it, so don't wait. Get your spots. If you wanted to do, like I said, those 6 spots, 5 of them paid for, 1 free with the Thirsty Jersey Thursday promotion, you got to get in there quick because Derek already took 1 of the 8 spots. You're only going to have room so long as there are 6 or more spots to do it all as jersey breaks. But like we said, you can buy into other breaks as well. It just has to be 5 separate purchases. Sorry, not separate. 5 purchases all in one order, but it can be in other breaks. That's where I was going with the separate. It could be in other breaks, other series. But yeah, you'll get that 6th spot for free. That's nice.
Second day in a row, I feel like we're getting the 98 Vikings really featured in the chat here as the Mad Bomber coming in again with that 98 Vikings propaganda. Again, great team. I'm not going to disagree with you there. But as a kid in the Southeast, those Falcons teams, again, had a certain joie de vivre to them, had a swagger. That, you know, only Atlanta can really bring to the table in that way, if you know what I mean. I don't disagree that they would have given the 98 Vikings would have given the Broncos a better matchup. But again, also, like, you know, the Broncos felt kind of destined to win that. And you are a Vikings fan. You got to do it. Wow, Christian Okoye, there we go. Got some trade bait there in the chat. Welcome in, everybody. We're about to hit 10:30 Central Standard Time here in the Ultimate Autographs Break Room with your host, Rip Camelucci, Mike Napolitano, co-hosting and producing for us here. We're having a great time this morning. We're ripping and sipping, wakey, eggs and breaky. Been hitting some great stuff here today, but there's so much still to be had out there. It's just a matter of how much you want to get it. This is all up to you. I know there's stuff in here that is going to have you salivating to have between our Can't Miss 1 and 4, which is one of our chase wheel spins. You got the Jersey chase wheel spin as well. Kind of two ends of the spectrum there. We kind of like to cover our bases for our wheel spin. That was my executive decision. Still trying stuff out. We're halfway in the mini break, and we only have 4 boxes left, 2 headliners, so we can just knock those out real quick, get those 2 headliners, have that satisfaction, see where those go. See what bonus bangers we have in there, and then we're dropping that next mini as soon as that is 86th. So we got that there. We got spots going in the 1 and 4. We got spots going in the diamonds. We got spots going in the vault. It's going everywhere. People are dusting. People are sprinkling their spots all over the place. I'm gonna go ahead and just link to the live break page for anyone that's joined us after the last time I posted it. Whew, yeah, baby. Don't forget to hydrate here, of course, on a thirsty Jersey Thursday. It's not just a metaphorical thirst, it's a literal thirst. Beautiful. There we go. I want to see this playoff bracket and talk to one of the big hockey guys in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to start? Where do you think is the best place to start here?
Let's start in the East, actually, because I feel like the East has usually been a powerhouse, and it's been flipped on its head this year.
Okay.
I don't know what is going to happen, obviously, but
Well,
I will say
one thing, the Maple Leafs will have their heart crushed yet again.
that's one. Yeah, we could start there because that is one series where it's like, okay, Ottawa has been hot fire enough to get into the playoffs this year, but they are a wild card, right? So everybody's expecting the Maple Leafs to have an easy time this first round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure about that. Like, I feel like this should be the Maple Leafs' easiest first round series they've had since they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. That was a Lightning team that had played like 3 years worth of a lot of hockey going into the summer because they went to back cups. They only won 2 of them, but still, that's a lot of hockey being played in only a short amount of time. So, of course, they were destined to run out of gas, and it just so happened the Leafs got the better of that. I think the Leafs still do move on in this first round, which is crazy to say because usually the Leafs don't move on from first rounds. However, I don't know if Ottawa has the experience and the tenure there, but don't ever count out a Tkachuk brother. And
I know it.
And don't count out the way Ullmark has been playing this year. So I'm going to go with Leafs in this first round, but I want to put a little asterisk there that I would not be surprised if it was the Senators. Now, who would they match up against? We're going to get the Battle of Florida.
Yet again.
Which is going to be so much fun to watch. The Lightning have played better than expectations this year, especially with losing Steven Stamkos and kind of rebranding the team in a way, I guess you could say.
Sure.
But the Panthers, it's a big question mark on whether or not Matthew Tkachuk is going to be healthy.
Health is an issue for the Panthers right now.
Would I love to see Tkachuk versus Tkachuk in the second round? Senators versus Panthers? Of course. I think that would be such a great storyline. However, I don't know. It's going to be if the Panthers are healthy. And, okay, they're the defending Stanley Cup champions. Do I think they're going to get bounced in the first round? No. So give me the Panthers. But once again, put a little asterisk, would not be surprised to see the Lightning.
Ice Cats all the way, baby, to the moon, to the Everglades, throw the rats.
We would have Leafs versus Panthers, Capitals versus Canadians. Canadians have offense, which, I think they can go toe-to-toe with the Capitals. However, with the Ovi goal chase, with everything that has gone around the Capitals realm this year, I don't think you can't give that series to the Caps. So I'm pretty sure it is going to be Washington coming out of that one. Also, Montreal was not expected to be here, and they need a little bit more. They need a little bit more experience in the playoffs before we get them to that point, right? I also did just watch them lose in a shootout to the Blackhawks. So in a game that mattered for them, that was to clinch their playoff spot. So I don't trust the Canadians there. The Capitals,
Jersey Slime chiming in here that he'll be at the Rangers Lightning game tonight. Tampa Bay will probably be an AHL lineup, just like Devils did against Detroit last night. He was at the Rock last night.
Very nice, very nice. And that actually brings me to the final series, which has the Devils in there, because I know you're big on your Devils too, Jersey Slime. All the injuries, I don't know if they have what it takes to get past Carolina. Carolina has been a thorn in their side. every single playoffs, it feels like that they've matched up against each other. However, Carolina, they lost that Mikko Rantanen trade badly. They lost Natchez, they lost Drury, they lost Rantanen eventually as well, and their window is closing. So I think these are two fairly weaker teams that the Devils could win this series. I think it's still going to go to Carolina. So you have Carolina versus the Capitals. You have, in my book, then it would be the Maple Leafs versus the Panthers. I think the Panthers dismantle the Maple Leafs easily. I think the Capitals dismantle whoever comes out of that series easily. Yeah, Jersey Simon's right. They underperform in the playoffs. They can never get past the Rangers. But then again, this is a team that I covered for a number of years on a side job position. That Carolina team tends to fall apart late in the playoffs. So I don't see them falling apart early unless the Devils were at full. If this Devils team was at full health going into the playoffs, for sure I'd be taking the Devils. I'd be saying, they have what it takes to finally get over. Their hump is Carolina. Carolina's hump is later on in the playoffs, and that's why I don't think they'll get past the Capitals in the second round, which means we would have Ovi and the Capitals versus the defending champs in the Florida Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals. I still have the Panthers coming out on top.
That's right. And I know you're not just saying that because I'm in the room.
I'm not just saying that because you're in the room.
Here's what I want. First, let's put a pin in that real quick. The Jared Allen mini, Stephanie, has been pulled. The Jared Allen Flash mini has been pulled. However, we still do have Jared Allen in the room. He's in the practice squad on a full-size, authentic, sweet, matte satin purple helmet. So there is a Jared Allen, and it's quite the upgrade. So if you want to hit up the practice squad for actually, frankly, the same price as a mini, for the single. So if you want to hit up the single practice squad, you can hit an even better Jared Allen autograph that way. All I had to really add to this conversation was just a simple pithy comment of, man, if Carolina and Florida meet in the playoffs, do you think they just meet at center ice and go, hey, let's just switch mascots? Doesn't it make a little more sense for y'all to be the Panthers and us to be the Hurricanes?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no kidding.
Just me being
I didn't
silly.
even think about that. But
I'll also say, so I'm looking at these matchups here, and there's only 2 of these matchups that have like a date and time and a network for where they're going to be playing. So looks like they may still be figuring out where those Golden Knights are going to play.
Yeah, that Golden Knights series, like we were talking about earlier, I'm a little concerned. Some of those dates and times, though, it might just be the ESPN ones. I mean, ESPN should.
No, that's a TNT True TV.
Oh, okay. So maybe they're still setting times and stuff like that. That'll happen. I mean, it's Thursday. They have all of tomorrow to do it. And then I was told playoffs start Saturday, although ESPN is saying they start Sunday. But I think that might just be ESPN's coverage of them. I think TNT might have some games on Saturday. So we'll see. I don't imagine they'd wait too long.
They do, yeah.
However, let's... we can jump into playoffs start Saturday, Jersey time. So so see, I'm not crazy. We are gonna get though to put a exclamation point on that East. We are gonna get the Battle of Ontario and the Battle of Florida right off the bat, and that is going to be super exciting. This is also the first year in hockey history that the Blackhawks, Bruins, Rangers, and who am I missing of the Red Wings? All 4 of the original 6 American teams are not in the playoffs. That has never happened before. The only 2 teams of the original 6 that are in the playoffs, the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Wow. So
we'll get to see them both. Mike, you are crazy, but you're also correct. Yep, that sums it up perfectly.
Crazy and also correct is our can't miss 1 and 4. The single is halfway there.
Stephen
2
Pilecki.
spots left. Holler, Stephen Pilecki. What is up? Steve Pilecki knows what's up. We got all these beautiful speed flexes in here. And we are, getting to that 11 o'clock hour. So you get us to get some movement on this. We can break this single in the 1 and 4. We can christen this series with its first box out the gate. Jamar Chase on the Bengals Speed Flex. This is absolutely beautiful. The orange on the Speed Flex gives it like this whole creamsicle, dreamsicle type of vibe to it. Jamar Chase, one of the sickest wide receivers in the game today, poised to have a big year like he does every year. Jamar Chase, he got the chrome matching visor and a face mask with the Bengals bumper right up there. Beautiful, beautiful chrome speed flex. Top of the line right there. Top of the line.
Are you not entertained? I mean, that thing, I want to see it for sure.
We want to talk about top of the line. We got TB12. Will this be the week that I open up 2 Tom Brady autographed helmets in
Could
one
be.
week?
And the nice thing would be one of them that you rip is a Buccaneer.
One was Bucs and one was a
would be
Patriots,
Patriot. Yeah. So it would be a little bit of both worlds, especially I think this one, it's not your Dolphins, but it hits a little closer to home, obviously.
Closer geographically,
And
yes.
yeah, I mean, Brady, just the absolute legend. I don't know why anybody wouldn't be chasing one of these.
Exactly.
If I could play in these breaks, that'd be the first thing I'm gunning for.
The Brady trifecta would be to get his autograph on something
The
Montreal
Bears lid?
Expos.
Oh, Montreal Expos.
Yeah, because he was like drafted in one of those late rounds in
Was
the baseball
he
draft.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Last season, either the 2023 or 24 Top Series 1 baseball had a Brady in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he actually play games with them?
Not like professionally. No.
okay,
No,
okay.
it
I
was
was
like a
gonna say,
minor
I
league
didn't
thing,
think
but it was
so.
a great little
That's
stunt.
incredible.
But yeah, that'd be a fun auto to get as
Didn't
well.
know that. I was going to say
Why the Bears?
The Bears lid, because did you see all those comments last season come out that he was actually highly considering coming to Chicago, but they just didn't get a deal done.
This is what
before
I
he
love.
went to
This is what
Buccaneers.
I love about local sports biospheres is the Dolphins had that same news cycle. Like, and that just makes me believe that every sports little bubble has just the same news stories going around. Just switch out the team name and the colors. And, Brady's rumored to go everywhere. Someone copy and paste.
Well, I think it makes sense that when a guy of that caliber is, I mean, I know he had kind of announced retirement, was being a little sneaky about it, but like everybody knew that he was going to play for a little longer.
Yeah.
So I think every team in their right mind, no matter what quarterback they had already in possession, other than the Patriots, because they knew that time was done. I think every team probably threw their hat into the ring in some fashion. I mean, some teams could afford to pick him up better than others. Obviously, the Buccaneers eventually landed him, but I think the Bears in the situation that they were in were one of those teams that had the means, had the opportunity, just probably didn't offer those means and opportunities to him, and obviously he didn't make his decision to come
I
here.
also think that he straight up, well, especially the way he lived his life down in Tampa, I don't think he was looking to go to a cold weather team.
He wanted to go to a warm city too.
Speaking of Chicago, one of the best special teams players of all time, little representative of the U. With the University of Miami, you peeking out a little bit here and on the other side, hitting that orange color match on the signature. You got that Bears alternate going on, and then you got the Falcons, old school Falcons on the other side. You got the Hall of Fame logo insignia there. Absolutely beautiful on the Rip Speed Flex custom job for the Devin Hester. And then, of course,
I love that man.
here's a guy Brady threw to plenty. Randall Moss. Some beautiful panache around that signature. You got the Rip custom speed flex. You got the number on that sweet spot, the color match visor, the Vikings clips on the sides, the Vikings bumper, and then of course ripping underneath. You got a little sparkle, and flash going on that Rip. So an absolutely beautiful helmet there in the 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is absolutely loaded, and I mean that in every sense possible. With the names, the degree of names, and also it is full. It has every box left. Every headliner is still available, including that Tiger Woods. You heard of him?
If you are a Chicagoan, which I know some of you are, or at least in the surrounding area, I mean, how can you not love, maybe not Jeff August, because I know he is a Packers fan, but how can you not love the fact that that series has both a Frank Thomas and a Devin Hester?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. All right. You got first of all, you got to be a Bears and a White Sox fan. That's what I am. So maybe I'm projecting a little bit here. But even as a Cubs fan, you got to respect that Frank Thomas is Frank Thomas. He's the big hurt. Even as a Packers fan, I don't know, how can you not love a guy like Devin Hester,
Incredible to watch.
who played for Miami, who also played for the Falcons, as you see there, which should have never happened. The Bears should have kept him forever and ever. But also, I mean, you just think about that run back, that kickoff that he took back into the end zone.
The Super Bowl, yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, absolute legend.
That's just a guy at the highest level, performing at the highest level at the highest level. That's what that is.
Derek asking about that 5th jersey break. Derek, so far you're the only one in there, guys. So let's get that moving for Derek. There's 7 spots left. You can use up that Thirsty Jersey Thursday promotion on 5 of them. You get the 6th one free. That'll make that series 1 to go. But if one more person buys in, you'll only have those 6 spots to go. So let's get that moving.
The minis are also at 3 as well.
Yeah, I was going to say the minis are moving. So
we should 1,000%, we should be ending this show, and it's up to y'all, by breaking the can't miss single by the last jersey. Even though it's 7 spots away, it's Thirsty Jersey Thursday, and that just needs to be hit up for sure. And then the 3 left in the mini. Gotta have it. The Thomas helmet.
Stephen was saying that the Thomas helmet isn't worth it. I don't know, man, though. I mean, Frank Thomas has been relevant even after his career. He's been on MLB Network. He's been on Fox. He's been producing, is it a tequila that he has or something like that? So don't just look at his body of work as a White Sox player.
Cultural impact.
Also, I mean, yes, I know he was injured for most of that season and did not play in the playoffs, but he is still part of a team that went 11-1 in 2005 and won a World Series. So he has, it's a rare ring because White Sox don't get a whole lot of them.
I'll take it out and get it.
I would say that that spot's worth it. Plus, think about this. You can double up if you have more than one spot. So you have another spot in another, like if it's a double box break, you could double up with either another baseball item or a football item. So
wasn't Tomey on that team as well?
Jim Tomey came in afterwards. But
okay.
yeah, no, it was still a star-studded lineup. I mean, you had Paul Konerko and you had AJ Pierzynski, Mark Burley, Jermaine Dye was your World Series MVP. Aaron Rowan was so underrated as an outfielder for so many years. Even Scotty Posednik, I mean, he wasn't the biggest hitter. He hit a couple of walk-offs when he needed to. However, he was the speedster. He was the guy that would get you on base as a leadoff guy so that you had runners on ducks on the pond, basically.
Well, Steven, what I'll say to that, the fact you could just kind of buy that helmet on retail, what I'll say to that is that's the game of the break right there. I mean, that's the risk of buying into the single. Is if you have just one spot in the single break and you land in that baseball spot, that could be what you end up coming away with for that whole break. You buy multiple spots in the 1 and 4, that at least affords you the opportunity to hit somewhere else. You buy at least one spot in the quad, you might hit that Frank Thomas, but you could also end up with one of those bats. The other helmet, you can end up with the generation of Guerreros,
Or even in the single. I know that the single is 185, and you're saying you could probably find the Thomas for 150, but I don't know. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Value's in the eye of the beholder. I myself, because I'm a White Sox fan, would consider a higher price point for that Frank Thomas helmet. So
I think that's more or less kind of what he's saying is like, lucky for you. You wouldn't have to.
It just depends on
pay
who,
at that higher price point.
It just depends on who you're selling it to. So I mean, you could definitely find somebody that's willing to pay the 185, but also another reason you're in the breaks is just to win some cool prizes, right? So I mean, hey, maybe it's not the 150 versus 185 value to you. Maybe it's something for your personal collection,
there's also
which makes it more
the
valuable.
fact of the matter that, like, while that might be just slightly under the value that it is to buy into a single, like, there are other things in here that you have just as much an opportunity for before you get randomized into your division.
We've
that
dwelled on
goes
that.
way, way, way over the cost of buying into a single.
Exactly.
So that is an aspect of the games that we play. This is a game. We do play this.
Like
after all.
the Devin Hester, that's a speed flex, right?
Oh yeah. The only one
Yeah.
that isn't a speed flex is the Brady.
But it's still
But it's a Brady.
So
Yeah.
yeah, still worth more than the price of admission there. I'd even say some of the basketball stuff in there is worth well over the price of admission. I mean,
Don't get me started on that,
Kevin
that
Garnett.
Heat ball.
you want the Heat ball for sure. There's also the Giannis Antetokounmpo jersey.
Yeah, that's a good jersey right
I
there
would
too.
say that even though it's a jersey, I would say it's worth more than the price point. I mean, with the autograph on it, with all that, I mean, he's a legend. He's the Greek freak,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
We'll also see what happens after this season too. Like depending on what happens in the playoffs, he may indeed end up. Any headliners left in the minis? Stephanie, of the 4 boxes left in the minis total, 2 are headliners: the Marshall Falk and the Luke Kuechly.
Yes.
Marshall Falk and Luke Kuechly are the 2 headliners of 4 boxes. Yeah, these basketballs are fantastic. Steve Nash, the Canadian, we're speaking of international MVPs. Steve Nash, 2 times right there. One of my favorite players. He was one of the guys who got me to fall in love with the point guard position, is Steve Nash. Yeah, and then the Wade, Shaq, and Gary Payton, man. You get the flash, the diesel, and the glove on all at one with the color match ink on the Spalding silver. That's beautiful. And you get the KG on the Boston, man. Talk about a guy that came in, made an impact in such a short amount of time. Like, that dude is so inextricably Boston despite spending so much time and also still being associated with Minnesota. Like, that's a guy that kind of pulled off the 2-city thing, you know?
Yeah.
I can't say they feel the same about him in Brooklyn, is all I'm going to say. So 2 spots left there in the single for the can't miss 1 and 4, which is spectacular, stunning, so much great stuff in there. Yeah, we got this. We got this. We are coming up on the 11 o'clock hour. We are close to our minis. So at the very least, y'all, we should be wrapping up a minis. No doubt. I mean, unless y'all want to like knock both of them out real quick, we can do,
Let's
that
do
mini
it.
1, mini 2 right back to back. And we are, again, it's only 1 and 4, but we are halfway through on that can't miss single. So let's hit up that single. That'd be a great way to end the show. We'll stay on at the latest to 11:45, but that is 1,000% dependent on how y'all want to play this out. So, let's go ahead and attack these breaks. Let's get into those minis. Let's get into the single of the 1 and 4. And I know y'all been clamoring for jerseys. So when you go and buy into the minis, when you go and buy in to the 1 and 4, go ahead, add in some other breaks, practice squad, add in minis, add in your jerseys, and then get up to 5 spots, 5 total spots in any breaks. Add that 6th spot as a jersey spot. You don't need a promo code. You don't need a referral code or anything like that. That 6th jersey spot will be a free. So
Yes.
that's a great way that we could all get together, come together to end this show with a bang.
Yeah, we've had some movement in those minis. Which still, I believe it's still 3 to go.
It's dripping
But,
away.
Yeah, it's close to closing, guys. I mean, we don't really want to jump off here with 2 or 3 to go in a break because we can get it broken for you right here, right now.
It's also embarrassing. Other guys in the break room look at us like, you couldn't finish that. And we're like, we could have.
I'm not super insecure about it,
I mean, I'm not either.
but yeah.
Don't write in the paper that I'm insecure because I'm not.
But yeah, I mean, we'd love to get that done for you guys. I mean, Rip's pulling headliners. So I mean, it's always a good
Usually
time.
on the reg.
I will say, you didn't pull too many headliners today, but
We didn't really open too much today.
The asterisk with that is that you pulled a lot of heat from the and more section. I mean, it wasn't like you pulled something that was too deep of a cut. I mean, a DeMar Hamlin, very nice still.
Jackie Slater's kind of a deep cut. I'm not going to lie.
That's true.
But
yeah, I didn't
again,
think about
that's
that
the
one.
other thing, man. If you're a sicko like we are, and like you are in the chat, if you're a sicko, that's who the deep cuts are made for, man. That's how you round out a collection, you know? That's
Right.
how you build up an inventory, whether or not you're collecting for the PC or you're collecting and you're just kind of flipping the stuff that you're trying to offload. Like, that's what that is, man. Like that's how you do it, is with those deep cuts.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. For sure. So let's see if we can get a few more out of the minis, and the 1 and 4 is close.
You know what?
Well.
Let's do this, because this will sometimes tend to work. I'm going to go take my rip spot.
Okay.
And my union mandated pit stop. And sometimes that'll end up moving a few things. For whatever reason, they like to get cheeky in the break page whenever I have to go relieve myself. So Go ahead, sprinkle yourself in some spots while I go and tinkle myself in the toilet. That sounds bad and weird. I'm never going to say that again.
That's probably not. But that's all right. We'll run it down one more time for you guys. We have 2 spots to go in that 1 and 4 single box. And hey, if you're not looking for that Frank Thomas, maybe you're looking for a speed flex, those are more than worth the price of admission, even unsigned. Not to mention these are signed. By who? Well, Devin Hester, Randy Moss, and Jamar Chase. You also have a Tom Brady in there that is an authentic. But on top of that, I mean, if you're not looking the football route, because the 1 and 4 is a little bit of a breather from all the helmets that we have in here, you have a bunch of hockey spots. You've got Dominic Hasek, Peter Forsberg. You have a couple basketball spots with the Steve Nash, the Wade, Shaq, and is that Peyton on the Miami Heat ball. I know Rip wants to see that one pulled very well. The Kevin Garnett is in there as well. Giannis on a jersey. You have a JSP, Georges St. Pierre, on that glove. And then you also have Hulk Hogan on that t-shirt. So definitely worth it. The Tiger Woods, though, how could I have overlooked that? So you've got a little bit of everything in there. The golf, if you want to circle back to baseball, and maybe Frank Thomas isn't your cup of tea because maybe you don't think it's worth as much to you. I think it is. But maybe you want the Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's going to be quite the player. He already is quite the player. He won a home run derby. He's did he win a batting title? He might have been AL of the year, but I'd have to double check my stats on that. I just know he is a phenomenal player, phenomenal first baseman, takes after his dad, but probably is better than his dad when it's all said and done, which is tough to say because Vlad Sr. was quite the player. You know who else is quite the player is Ellie De La Cruz. You have him on a bat. Oh, you also have Vlad Sr. on a bat in this series too. What am I saying? So they're both in there. If you're in a double up and baseball, then you could double up on both family members right there, Vlad Sr. and Vlad Jr. So guys, I would not wait to get into this can't miss 1 and 4, even if it doesn't break during this show. I know we're coming up upon the 11 o'clock hour here, Central Time here in Chicago. However, Burr Ridge. But I will say, if you jump in it now and it doesn't break now, you have secured your spots faster than the noon people. So anybody jumping in at noon, those spots are gone. They don't have as much opportunity to win something as you do.
Are we talking about opportunity?
We are. I was saying jump in the can't miss 1 and 4 now because you don't want to wait till the noon people start jumping in here and take up all the spots. The other spots that are close on breaking, that would be the mystery mini helmets. The double box, we always break 2. You could jump in for $50. That's $25 a mini helmet. Basically, it's not too steep of a price point. It's a nice
baby, come on,
let's
86 these mini helmets. I mean, we can do this toot sweet. We know we can. You know you can. We believe in you. You believe in us. 4 left in there. We got a whole new batch of minis as soon as we knock out 2 of these mini. These mini breaks right here.
And looking at these orders, it's moved pretty fast. So I would jump in now, get those last 3 spots. Is it 3 spots to go? Yeah, 3 spots to go. Get those last 3 spots because you don't want to hold out on winning some of those helmets. They were asking earlier what the headliners are. That's Marshall Falk and Luke Kuechly, but there's 2 helmets in there that we don't know what they are.
Bonus bangers,
that's
hidden
always
gems.
Exciting for me as well. So even if you're only pulling 1,
hidden gems,
or maybe both.
They're hidden gems.
Hidden gems. Oh yeah.
Listen to Derek Kissinger. Let's get in that jersey break. Get a chance at the wheel as well. There you go. There you
He's
go.
not wrong. Now that one is 7 to go, so
It
it
is.
needs a little help. But luckily enough for Derek, this is Thirsty Jersey Thursday, so somebody could come in and buy 5 spots, get the 6th free, and next thing you know, it's only 1 to go. I mean, that's more than doable, guys.
Well, speaking of wheel spin, I think it may be about that time to start getting that together. I know you have been keeping up with that throughout the show, but yeah, we'll go ahead and start doing a little wheel spin action. And it doesn't look like Sorry, Derek, we are 7 away. It's going to be a lot tougher to fill that out as opposed to the minis or that single in the 1 and 4. So,
But who's to say that later on in the day it's not still also the Chase wheel spin?
Even then,
because
I've been
it's
surprised
Thursday.
before. So
Yeah,
I've seen people go in and just buy the whole thing out like a mad person. Yeah, let's do it. So it was the jerseys and the can't miss 1 and 4. So we got pretty much everyone in here from the jerseys. All right, I'll go ahead and get our randomizer ready. And here's the deal, y'all. After the this wheel spin, we'll start wrapping things up. Not too many lids to really rank at the moment. So yeah, we will start winding down. If stuff hasn't started to move, we'll take off and let the noon guys get ready for their show. But if you all keep us in the mix, we stay in the mix. We'll be here as late as 12:45 Central Standard Time. So, them's the circumstances. 10 times on the randomizer. 10 times on the randomizer. We'll see who gets a shot at 1 through 100 on the wheel spin for an Ultimate Autographs gift card. 9 and 10. Derek Kissinger, there you go.
All right.
Been the biggest cheerleader for the jerseys today, and you get rewarded with an Ultimate Autographs gift card of a yet-to-be-determined amount. So, Derek, I know you're in here. Let us know where you want us to start from. Default, I'll start at 1, but if you want us to start at a specific number, we'll do that too. So, I'll give that just a moment while we hear from Derek to let us know what number he'd like us to start at. If we don't hear from Derek, if you don't hear from you in a few moments, I will go on and commence starting back. There we go. Starting on 13.
Ooh, lucky number 13.
There we go. Let's see. Let me find. Where's our 13? There we go. And it's right in between 12 and 14. A likely place for 13 to be.
Yeah.
And let's go. Let's hit it. I've been either big money or little money, man. There hasn't been much in between for me, and that continues with $2.
Oh no.
It is all up to chance. So there you go, Derek. You can throw that towards something,
Towards
make a
another
jersey
jersey.
break, $26 instead of 28. It all goes somewhere. You're playing anyway. It's a nice little discount.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Thank you, Derek. That'll be coming into your inbox shortly. I know there's some big nights ahead, some big nights in the break room ahead, but don't forget, we are still here at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and of course our 6 p.m. shows. But yeah, we still got absolute heat here in the break room before, of course, all of those big shows later on tonight and this weekend. So that's right, man. It's Rip and Mike in the break room here. We've had a great show today, a lot of fun. Started out with some really great breaks and moved on and just kept the vibes rolling. Talked about a lot of great things. I still want a full-on breakdown. I want a movie for each season of the Bulls 6 championships. This is a little something to work on in your free time, while you're second screening. Instead of second screening some of the playoffs, go ahead and just start jotting down in your notes app or, on a piece of paper or scratch paper or something.
Well, tomorrow I will be over there. We'll do our little bit of Freaky Friday. I will give you my Western Conference predictions, which will then lead us to who I think is winning the Stanley Cup altogether this year. But also, hopefully, I will have a little bit of time in there to explain to you the Marvel movies in there as well. So
as Bulls seasons.
as Bulls season, I could even do. Well, we'll start with Bulls seasons.
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, no, there's a billion different ways we're gonna go with this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I could go with White Sox championships. Well, the one, but I wasn't alive for the others.
But
But
don't forget, there's also the stinker seasons as well, because not every movie's exactly been. Hey, trust me, I get it. I'm there I'm right there with you, baby.
the White Sox season last year was Thor: The Dark World.
Wow. Okay. So
That movie gets a lot of hate. I know.
You're talking to a Dark World apologist right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Maybe
No, I know.
I might push back against that one a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Great. Well, thank you all so much for hopping in here with us on a beautiful Thursday morning. Here we are obviously located in Burr Ridge, Illinois, but wherever you joined us, whichever circumstances, you're at work, you're at home, you're on the patio, in the car, someone was driving, be careful. Don't do that exactly, but I'm not your mother. So as long as if you're doing that, wear clean underwear in case something bad happens.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching. Also, lock in on all of our socials across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Now, we've already had final thoughts.
Yeah.
To heck with that. To heck with your thoughts. If you want 2 seats, center court, second row for game 1 of the Knicks, $13,800. Talk about getting priced out of sports, baby.
Yeah. Let me just reach in my back pocket real quick.
It's tough out there for anyone that isn't a billionaire. On that note, I'm Rip Camelucci. That's Mike Napolitano. Catch us tomorrow and keep it locked here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for all this action here.